single flame can light a million more.
What are you doing? Well, I know what you're doing. You're watching one of my videos. Right down here on the screen, right below it, little box that says subscribe. So, okay, y'all know that have been following along. I'm getting ready to build myself a dual tube 3CX 3000 or 15,000 A7. It's called Vader. Well, this whole process started for me about 4 or 5 months ago, but of course Vader's been in the build now for going on 2 years. But there was some coils and some plates and some little stuff that I wanted to have silver plated. And well, I called every company within like 4 states. I mean, the closest place that are still able to do it, believe it or not, where everything's illegal in California, was California. And I'm thinking, man, I want to send these 3 little coils and this, my 2 filament chokes and my plate choke, or my filament choke and my my socket and all the little connecting bars and everything out to get silver plated, because I mean it's here like $500-600. So I decided, me being me and totally embracing, and I mean embracing, when I say this I am fully embracing the adage or the idea of, if you can't do it yourself, learn how. Oh, it's hot out here today. Anyhow, so I went out and I started teaching myself about silver plating. And the first thing I did was a little piece of copper pipe. Now here on this end is this is standard, like straight out of Home Depot copper pipe. And I started learning about the acids and the solutions. And if you can see, there's a slight change here. That's 1 minute. And you'll see there's another slight change here, from here to here. That's 5 minutes. And then that's 10 minutes. And I've polished this, but when this came out of the dip, it looked white. Powder white. And I was like, oh, Houston, looked just like the inside of that pipe. It's like, oh, Houston, we have made contact. So on one hand, I did all the parts for Vader, and those came out on Facebook a couple weeks ago, and I showed them installed inside of Vader a couple weeks ago. But then I, me being me, went and recoated my entire socket. So now it looks like new, but it's installed, and I'm not going to drag it up here to set it on the bench. So then my mind started to wonder. I had this old Henry. Well, I'm going to grab the other half of the socket here. I had this old Henry 3000 socket, which I'm getting ready to use in a guy's amp that I'm building him. All dull and everything that looks. I'm going to plate this too. But the ground ring was black, jet black. So I went ahead and acid dipped it, and then kind of scrubbed it down with a scrub brush, and then re-silver plated it. I'm going to put this 3000 in the Northwest just to see what it does. I got a buddy of mine that's rivals with another dude here, local, that's got a 3000, and he thinks he's walking on sunshine. But those of us over here with big boy toys just kind of laugh at him. But he's out there representing a hobby, so I can't really dog him too bad. So anyhow, I replated this ring. It's a little before and an after for you. So anyhow, I got to strip this apart and get all the silver pieces out of this, and I'm going to replate the bottom side of this here, and then I'm going to replate all the finger pins, the little connector pins. So freaking thing looks like brand new, and this is unpolished. This is in the white form. Now if it's to take a minute and polish it, it would come out looking like this. So we went from this to this, which is pretty. Okay, so then I thought to myself, gee, I wonder if I could do a tube. So I went and got the skunkiest old 3000 I had that was still at full output, and replated it. Now this 3000 was brown and black, and you could see the copper around the top of the anode. So I did this a couple weeks ago, and now this thing looks like new. This tube's still at full output power, but now it's been replated. This is an iMac. So then I thought, well, what would happen if I did a couple of these 10,000s I had sitting around here? So this is what they come in looking like. This is a skunked out 3000 or 10,000 A7. See? 10,000. Stamped iMac. This was used in a very high moisture rich environment. I have a 10,000 tube tester over here, and this particular tube is at about 90% output power. But we're going to take this and we're going to go replate it. The pin's a little black on the bottom. I don't get the best cooling. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm doing this for a reason. If you've got a tube out there that looks like this and is skunky and you want to put it back in your box and you're wanting to clean your box up a little bit, or if you've got any parts inside your deck that you want to have silver plated, give me a call. I'll help you out. I can't do this for profit. I can only charge you for legal reasons. I can only charge you what it's going to cost me in material. I'm not going to charge you anything other than that. That thing is pretty chooched out. As far as it looks, is the way we run these things, you could probably hook it up and make it last another 30 years. But as a constant transmit tube, this thing is theoretically reached the end of its life. It's pulling about 1/4 of a milliamp too much at idle with the right amount of bias on it. So give me just a minute. We're going to be back. I'm going to go do my magic. Okay, so the first portion of the process is you acid dip the part. So now I acid dip this puppy in muriatic, and you can see it's green, and it's still got a little bit of discolorization to it, but it took most of the corrosion off the tube. See that? But what you've done is you've taken and stripped off about half of the tube silver plating, so it's not quite as efficient as cooling itself. Not that electrically there's that much difference, I'm just saying. But this thing has been dipped in acid, and we're going to go wash it in acetone real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and put it in the plating solution. So I'll be right back. End product. Still water coming out of it from when I rinsed it. Water. Remember where we started, just in case you all forgot where we started from. Okay. Now through the magic of cinematography, we're going to show you where we ended up again. And this is where I ended up. A little bit of darkness that you see in here. It's actually a play of light. The fins are still wet. See, it's water. Literally just finished pulling this out of the wash cycle. Water. Anywho, I wanted to make it available to the public for help. I'm doing what I can. Gentlemen, hope you enjoyed it. Silver plating. What's next? A slide rule, a piece of bubble gum, some shoestring, and I figure out how to rebuild the space shuttle. I'll see ya. Bye.